So, hello, welcome to Hope for the Soul. Please like, subscribe, share. So, today's conversation is friends. Okay, let's just say friends. So, it has taken me a moment to share this one because I'm not going to say it was triggering to me. Um, but it's something that has happened to me a couple times. And so I was having a conversation with another lady, and she was a young lady, younger than I. And so she was talking to me, and she was talking about how, she is such an introvert. And so when she finds another, girl that is friends, or being friend with her, like she wants to hold on to that person. And so in our conversation, she was talking about how, because there's some things that's going on. And so she's like, my friend, man, she really loves me because she lets me know what everybody is saying about me. And, um, you know, and when she said that, and I was like, she's letting you know what everybody's saying about you. So, like, nobody is saying it to your face, they're saying it about you behind your back. And your best friend knows what everyone is saying, how. And so she went on to tell me, the rest of the conversation. And so I asked her some questions. I said, now, if there were people or someone came to you or was in your presence talking about your friend, would you stay and listen to it? Or would it be an immediate shutdown of it or what? And she says, oh no, I wouldn't listen to what somebody else got to say. Because if they wanted her to know, they would tell her. I said, okay, but have you told your friend that you really don't want to hear about what somebody else is saying about you? She says, well, I thought it was like, her just looking out for me. And I said, no, that's not her looking out for you. Because what does it add to your life? What, unless someone is saying that they are going to physically harm you, like, what does it truly add to your life, your daily life? What benefit is it, that what the gossip is about you and you just over there living your life? She says, I never thought about that. And in that, I told her, I say, I'm not telling you what to do, nothing like that. I said, but get away by yourself and spend time with God. Don't worry about the chitter chatter. I said, because baby, I done already been there. Done been there. And being told what everybody was saying about me, but nobody was saying it to my face, it did nothing for me. There was no positive benefits of that. But I gave her something to think about when she told me about it the first time. And I said, so if everybody's talking about you, right? People saying things about you, okay? So people saying things about you, and your friend sits in the midst of it. What makes you think that she not having a few words to say about you too? Because why? Why would these people be so comfortable talking to you, talking to her about you? I say, my hindsight was 100. I say, but when I went through it a couple times, I didn't see it. It was just too much noise. I say, get to yourself and think about it. Think about it. I say, because I'm going to tell you, anybody that can tell you everything that somebody else said, trust and believe they had a part in the conversation also. So we left it at that, left it, and she came back and brought it up again to me, and she said, you know what, Miss Sherry, I don't think my friend want to be my friend no more. And I said, why is that? She said, because I asked her, why are they so comfortable talking about me in front of her? I asked her if she was actually talking about me too. And she said, I reach out to her and she doesn't reach back out to me. She said, but I'm okay because at least now I know. And I encouraged her to seek God, seek God, truly seek God, because we are in spiritual warfare. You don't have the time or the energy to be giving it away to the enemy. And that's for everybody. Like, that's for everybody. You don't have the time to be giving your energy and your focus away to the enemy. If it does not benefit you mentally, emotionally, physically, come on. If this is something that is draining you, call it what it is. It's the enemy. Because the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. So nobody, very seldom, say nobody, but very, very seldom do we talk about the friendships that were lost. We talk about the relationships, but we don't, and we talk about like parenting relationships, we talk about sibling relationships, but we don't talk about those friendships that were lost, where hindsight is 100, 2020 or so, whatever. But those friendships that we held close, they take a toll on us too. They take a toll on us. But I will say this. We have to go through what we go through. But anybody that can tell you everything that the naysayers are saying about you, that's not a friend. That's not a friend. And I have never made it comfortable enough for someone to talk about people that I love. I just haven't made it comfortable for them, for that to be done in my presence. And I've never had to say anything about it. I will defend you, but then I'm going to move on. So if you heard nothing else from this video, test the spirits of your friends. Test the spirits of those people that you call friends and that you called, my sisters. Test that spirit. Test that spirit. Make sure your heart right. You say, test the spirit by the spirit. Hey, let's see. And often, it has, I'll see other women or so will say, I don't want nothing that she got. I don't want nothing he got. But it ain't about wanting something tangible that she got. Because I know some people don't like me and I don't care. And that's just because of the smile I keep on my face and my happy heart. That's it. And it's how people love me. And it's okay. I'm not to be liked by everybody. If everybody likes me, then that would mean that I am not being my authentic self. That's what that would mean. That means I'm a chameleon. I'm changing for everybody. This me. This me. And God knows me. He loves me. He don't get my name mixed up with anybody else. So anyways, that's a whole story for another day. But just choose your friends wisely. We gotta do better. Choosing friends, just choosing period. And it's okay if you don't mesh with somebody. It is okay. Because these last few months, I have been meeting new people, doing new experiences, just like having a ball. Having a ball. Not saying that I gotta be out doing a whole lot, but when I'm out, I don't meet a stranger. I don't meet a stranger. Because if you talk to me, I'm talking to you. And we're gonna sit by at the bar together. We finna eat our lunch together. Hey, this my number. Call me one day. Because I show myself friendly, but I also have to be. I have to spend time with God like I'm spending time with Him now since I've been off. I have to continue that so that my level of discernment is maintained. I have to keep it quiet within myself so that when God speaks to me, I know He's speaking to me. So just choose wisely. And I thought I'd just share that conversation. And she doesn't mind that I share it because you don't know who I'm talking about anyways. But anyways, y'all have a wonderful night. And this girl is about to go and enjoy dinner because today was my first day back at the studio. So it was long, but I had such a good day. I had such a good day. So much positive energy. So y'all have a wonderful night. And I will see you again on another episode of Hope for the Soul. So please like, share, and subscribe.